I told y'all. Like if they that's my conspiracy theory. They're gonna kill Chopper.
Crazy.
They're not killing
Because
Chopper.
if you want it to be a death, that's going to shake shit up. After Ace, who's left? Luffy, you have a good case. Just going off of what y'all say and seeing IBO, nigga, it's been a lot of death flags thrown. But if they want it to where it's like you low key shouldn't be surprised if Luffy go.
Hey yo, is there a
But if you
world
want to
where
shake
Pokemon
it
will
up,
ever kill off Pikachu?
Hell no. That's their bread and butter. People love Pikachu.
Pikachu has made them trillions.
Okay, so in what world do you think they count off Chopper, who's made them at least a couple billion?
Cause billion and trillion.
Let me ask you a question. If you had the choice to either wake up a billionaire or a trillionaire, and you wake up a billionaire, are you going to cry about it?
No, but if you want to shake it up, cause if you put like this, we know we're at we're about to be at the penultimate ending. We know this is the end of the line.
Facts.
Meanwhile, with
Y'all
Pokemon, we
say
know at
that like
some
a One
point
Piece
there's
end of the
another
line ain't
series
long
coming.
and drawn out like a bitch.
Oh, it
I'm pretty
definitely
certain
is.
we had like some random ass Pokemon series that didn't have Pikachu or Ash. But if you want to create the biggest like emotional reaction, who gonna do it?
And that's why they killed Pikachu in the movie for 15 minutes.
But here's the thing: they knew they was coming back after the movie. Like that movie wasn't like how the first SpongeBob movie was supposed to be. How like it was originally supposed to be the complete end all be all finale to SpongeBob. But with that, when they did that Pokemon movie, they knew they was coming back.
But that's my point, though, bro. Like, there is no in no world are they killing off any of the Straw Hats. Honestly, only person I can see getting killed off is maybe Jimbe. Other than that, not really.
Who? Jimbe Brook. The nigga already dead.
Yeah, but that kind of would defeat the point. His fruit is literally a get out of death free card. He literally is the king of hell. What does death mean to
Jimbe,
that nigga?
yeah. You know what? I'll throw it on Jimbe then, because he lived a long life. He's met damn near Whitebeard in his prime and Roger. Yeah, he's living a long life. His old ass can die. He'll be all right.
And even then, think about it like this:
But that's the thing.
what
That's
would be
one of
a
the deaths that
great
makes
personal
sense.
motivation for Luffy to want to go after Whitebeard beyond just the One Piece? Let's say Whitebeard fucked around and killed Jinbei because Jinbei had to protect Luffy again.
Hmm.
God damn, I need
I
to write
have
some
an
shit.
idea. So
Uh oh. You got ideas. Uh oh.
Hey,
at
who got a book to write? I'll give you some fire shit for free
ultimate
for
climax
the
of the
first chapter.
battle, Luffy wins the final fight, but during the process, he takes a mortal blow that was meant for Chopper. So, granted, this is how, again, if you want to go for the maximum reaction,
You just want to
having
kill Chopper.
being a blow that's slowly killing or like basically a mortal wound to Luffy, but also don't have Chopper go away clean. Have him take a lot, like basically, because he's significantly weaker.
This
So,
nigga
Hmm.
want to kill Chopper so bad.
hear me out. So it's
He
like to
do.
where they both basically took a mortal wound. To win the battle, Luffy. and old boy basically get a double KO. Like they each kill each other. But let's say and hope it's an actual like physical treasure or item they're reaching for. Chopper basically is his last like crawls and breath gets his hand on a sad item as he's bleeding out. And it says, I did it for like Luffy. I did it. And then he dies. Scene fades to black.
I don't know about this. I don't know
I'm
about
It's
this,
I'm
going
bro.
just
to
saying like in the sense of like trying to draw out like the most or like at the end of the fight like you have Luffy dies protecting Chopper, but again, Chopper also takes basically a mortal wound and like take like from the hit. But oh boy, he had like 0.01% health. Chopper comes in with an ambush and gets a dying breath kill. I'm just thinking of what's the way we can get this done and pull like the maximum amount of emotion. And that's what I'm trying to do.
don't touch Chopper.
Nah,
Yeah.
fuck that. I want these niggas to cry. I want these niggas to slide for Chopper, even though the series is over.
Chopper dying really would fuck up his arc and kind of invalidate it because he's supposed to be going to be the world's greatest doctor.
Yep. That's why you gotta watch it, man. Cause your take will change. Your ending for One Piece will change, really.
I'm just saying
Just
it's
saying.
like if you go with that route, and then like as like he dies, he says, Ace, Luffy, we finally did it. And then the screen just fades.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that
I'm
ain't to
trying to
me.
think of the most heartbreaking way that will like be like the most like iconic, like he
Jimbe.
really did that.
That's why I
Jimbe.
said Jinbei.
It literally makes sense for Jimbe. Just he's been around, he's seen a lot. He's actually the oldest person on the ship, you really think about it, outside of, the skeleton. Um, yeah, so it'd be Jimbe. Plus people love Jimbe.
But is he more beloved than Chopper?
No, but it just wouldn't make sense for Chopper to die though.
No, I would still have Jinbei die, but it's gonna be like a little bit before.
Damn.
Jinbei dying
I'm going for
works.
like a Zeta Gundam type ending to where like nobody makes it out clean.
Well, then Jinbei dying works the best because one, him dying goes against Luffy's whole journey post time skip of his whole thing and make sure his crew is safe over everything, and him having the strength to do that. So Jinbei dies protecting them. Like, let's just say he gets into a real crazy ass fade, and he does his thing with Gear 5 times out, and one of them enemy, one let's just say he got an immortal enemy who sneaks up and about to kill him, and Jinbei has a great fade in the final stand, whatever, whatever. That would do more for Luffy than anything else with Jinbei because at least then
Oh, you just made me think of something, but go ahead. Go ahead, my bad. I was
it
gonna ask
it
you
would suck, but at least it makes sense that way.
who would be the best final fade for Jinbei if he was to die. Yeah, I know.
That's why I said Blackbeard.
No, 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 no. It got to be somebody else.
Nah, let's just say he does it like this. They get into a fade. The Straw Hats ain't defeated; they're just occupied. Like Zoro and Sanji are literally doing their jobs as wings, and the rest of them got to handle their business and fade. And everybody's getting their shit in. You know, get a good fight, go back and forth. Luffy goes down. Blackbeard in one fell swoop does that while trying to get the bro Poneglyphs. He sees Straw Hat, realizes, fuck it, I'm here, take him out. Then that happens, yeah. Or even better, not even Blackbeard. Somebody under Blackbeard. Just seeing the opportunity and taking it
Okay,
for
that
everything it
I was
is.
gonna say Shuri of the Rain.
Even better.
Only because he could
That
turn invincible and get by. I can't say that because what's happening?
exactly. So that's yeah, that works even
Because he
better.
can stab him from the back. I'll say that. Yeah.
So
Jesus.
Luffy gets the boost of not protecting his crew. Zoro gets the incentive to go after Shiryu. Like it, there's just
But
way
wait,
better ways it
wouldn't
works.
he be occupied with Zoro?
Hmm?
Wouldn't he be occupied with Zoro?
For a nigga who can
Hmm.
disappear and a nigga with a terrible sense of direction, that's easy for him to get away from.
Okay.
He could easily steal away from that.
When you really think of that matchup, though, it's a weird ass matchup.
No, it's actually a really good matchup when you realize it'll force Zoro to work on his observation hockey.
No, I'm just talking about like not even just. I'm not talking about like Shiryu of the Rain and Zoro. That makes sense. I'm just talking about like the Blackbeard Pirates versus Straw Hats. That's a weird ass. That's what I'm talking about.
They match up well, but they also push the Straw Hats in certain areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for Van Auger, Usopp would need Future Sight. That'd be a natural progression for him to get better. And honestly, that's the only really way to take Van Auger out.
Mm, okay. I see what you're saying. It pushes them just based off the back. Okay. 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 Gotcha. That makes sense.